Hello everyone, I'm a PhD student from ICRA Getting Notes, and I'm going to talk about my work using the MWA to search for the prompt radio emission from gamma burst. First, I'd like to introduce the compact binary measure. So this measure system is believed to be the progenitor of short gamma burst. This system is very interesting because it can produce multi-message signals, including the gravitational wave events, short gamma burst, and potentially the FRB night emission. Here is several models that predicts the coherent radio emission for such a compact binary measure, such as the interaction of the magnetic fields of neutron stars, or the GRB jet interacting with the interstellar medium. If there is a supermassive magnetar formed by the measure, it can produce some dipole radio emission. And finally, when the magnetar collapses to a black hole, it can produce a bilobe prompt radio emission. Here is an illustration for how we are going to use the MWA to search for such a prompt radio emission. First, when a GRB happens, it triggers Swift or Fermi, and this satellite will broadcast a transient alert. Then the MWA, after receiving such an alert, it can point to the GRB position and start observing within 20 to 30 seconds. Such a short response time allows us to search for the dispersion delay signal up to a redshift of 0.1. The telescope has two observing modes, imaging modes, and the voltage capture system. I should say the VSS mode is very sensitive to lateral pulse signals because it has a very high time resolution. Here is a plot to show our results by searching on a sample of GRBs. So the black line represents the model emission from the jet interstellar medium interaction. The green line and blue line represents the upper limits we derived from the imaging modes and the VCS modes. We can say the VCS observation is much more sensitive, and it can probe the predicted emission up to a redshift of 1. There is also a vertical dotted line in this plot. It represents the advanced LIGO and Virgo O4 horizon. And if we plan to trigger on gravitational wave events, and the VCS observation can either make a detection or rule out the model. That's my talk. Thank you.